Let us break bread together on our knees.
There is a saying, you are what you eat. And the Gullah Geechee people of St. Simon's Island have had a deep connection to the seafood they caught, the food they grew, and the herbs they harvested and used to both nourish and heal. Their descendants, Cherie Atkinson, Amy Roberts, Chip Wilson, and Joe Pinkney, remember the central place of food and herbs in the lives of their ancestors and in their life.
My descendants had actually been here in Harrington, as far as I can dig back, 1849. Great grandfather. He met my great grandmother in the rice field over at Hartford Plantation. Who would find love in a rice field?
True love.
Yeah, that's going to be another song. Who found love in the rice field?
Food and the growing of food links generations on St. Simon's and in coastal Georgia. Cherie explained that her granddad, Malcolm Abbott, lovingly called Tonto, grew many things: watermelon, squash, green beans, tomatoes, and he shared them with the community. They called him Jack, as in Jack of all trades, because he could garden, repair things, and build things. Food is medicine and fuel for the body, says Cherie. As a child in the spring and fall, she remembers picking herbs in the fields behind the hog pen. Her ancestors picked many medicinal herbs, such as camphor. According to Cherie, you take the leaves from the camphor tree, crush them between your hands, and then sniff them. The scent alone will relieve a toothache or a headache. Cherie shared that her mom's family practiced the Baha'i faith and followed its dietary guidelines, but also maintained old folk traditions, including root medicine. And the mainland doctors, they needed to be familiar with that root medicine that could help the sick on the island. Sassafras and the herb Life Everlasting were traditionally used to heal aches, soothe stomach cramps, and treat chronic conditions.
Herbs and things that was growing
It's
around
gone.
here, just growing, you can't find them. Nobody know how to dig sassafras anymore to make sassafras
That's
tea.
tea.
Nobody know what's life everlasting is or everlasting life anymore. And somebody told me that it's just regular dog tongue.
My grandmother would be up early morning. She'd be cooking. She would prepare us to go out in the woods. Then come the man, his name was Brick, and he would come and pick us up, and he would put us out at a certain location. And we would be in those woods all day long. And I couldn't understand, how can my grandmother say, okay, get off the truck. We're gonna put the food here. And she would cover it up with straw and moss. And we would pick the deer tongue until lunchtime. And we'd come back lunchtime to that same spot, and I was always baffled. How does she remember where this food is?
The late Cornelia Walker Bailey wrote in her memoir, God, Dr. Buzzard, and the Bolito Man, Life Everlasting was the poor man's Lipton tea, just as good as store-bought tea. The ancestors drank tea made from Life Everlasting, and many lived to a ripe old age. We're better off when we feed and nurture ourselves with nature in its purest form. Our ancestors and elders knew that.
I fall on my knees with my face to the rising sun. O Lord, have